Bearded Bros podcast on the Tired Sports Network. Two bearded dudes sitting in a pod, talking sports, never really bored. From football to basketball, they dive deep, laughing and debating, making us keep. They share their thoughts, no matter how wild, in a room filled with beard and pride. The refs might not understand, but they know what's right, no need to explain. The Bearded Bros, they're the best podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest, laugh and learn as they say. They're not afraid to disagree. In a world of sports, they'll always be free. Bearded wisdom you can rely. In their podcast, you won't feel shy. Through wins and losses, they stay true, discussing every play through and through. Their passion for games is clear to see. In their chatter, we all agree. The Bearded Bros, they're the best podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest, laugh and learn as they say. They're not just talk, they act too, making jokes, giving us a clue. The Bearded Bros, they're the crew, podcast fun till the very end, you knew. Bearded Bros, they're the crew, podcast fun till the very end, you knew.
Oh, what is up, everybody? What's going on, Dustin?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, man, I'm good. Of course, I'm Derek. This is Dustin. We are the Bearded Bros podcast on the Tire Sports Network. Pretty cool show tonight. I'm pretty pumped. No, Nick said it's Wednesday night. You know what that means? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what that means. Well, tell us what we got coming up, Dustin.
So tonight we have special guests with us. It seems like it's been a while, but it really hasn't. It just feels like it has.
I mean, what are we, about 3 weeks out from having who was John Abraham was on not too long ago.
It was John Abraham.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, but we're super excited about our guests tonight. We got the NHL finals have came to an end. I wish we were saying it was a different outcome, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
man, really, there's a lot going on in sports right now. There's a lot of NBA stuff that's came out today, some NFL free agency stuff we're going to talk about. College World Series, Coastal Carolina has made it.
Yes, they did. We predicted that. Yes, we did.
And the other game is actually going on currently, if I'm correct, right now.
Yeah, it was 1-0 Arkansas last I checked.
Okay, and then we got some WNBA stuff to talk about, obviously, with what happened last night. So there's a lot to talk about tonight. So before we bring our special guest on, let's play our sponsor for the night, and then we will get him in here with us to talk with him for a bit.
Comanche Tees is located in Longview, Texas. They are owned by Naomi Simmons. They specialize in making all kinds of custom apparel and hats for any occasion. You can scan the QR code on the screen to go to her Facebook, give her call at 903-985-9120, or even email her at comanchetees24@gmail.com.
Think it's a game.
Let's do it this way. What's going on, David?
What up?
Oh,
hey, how are you, man?
I'm good. Y'all?
Oh, dude.
Good, man.
We're here. We're blessed.
Thanks for taking some time out of your evening to come out and hang out with us for a little bit.
Yep, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate you big time, man.
Well, I mean, I think let's just get right into it. I told you I did a little research on you, and I go back to your days at Hooks. And when did the recruiting kind of start for you?
I'll say around the end of my junior year is when the recruiting started for me.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm completely amazed by your story because if that's when it started, what did you play? 2 or 3 games your senior year?
Just two.
Two. You play 2 games. So you have a let's just say 3 to 4 month span of recruiting, and what was that like for you, the recruiting side of it?
So it was slow. I'd say it started like because I really didn't have any college interest till the end of my junior year, and that's when everyone started reaching out. So it was pretty slow, and I was like, I felt like I was putting in the work, and I was just like, dang, where is it? Like, and it was something I prayed about a lot, and then when it finally happened, I was like, we here now. I just gotta keep working and keep going from here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What? How many offers did you end up with, or how many schools were looking at you? Let me put it that way.
Quite a few. A couple just showed interest, and then I also had offers from a few of those too, like SFA, UTSA, New Mexico, Washington State.
Okay.
So, yes, sir.
Who was your first official offer?
UTSA was my first, or New Mexico was my first one. UTSA was second, right after that.
UTSA. Okay. What? I'm sure you took a visit to Washington State.
Yes, sir. That was it was like right before signing day when I took that visit.
What was that like?
UTSA. Going into my senior year, I was committed to UTSA.
Oh, okay. What did you see at Washington State that flipped you from UTSA to Washington State?
So I'd say it was just like the people there. Like I connected with them more than like the people that was being recruited to Washington State. Like the players I would be there with, I connected with them more than the players that was at UTSA.
I got you. So your incoming class. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. But it
was what was that? Thinking you were going to UTSA, and then right before signing day, you're deciding to move to Washington State. What was that like?
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a big move from Texas, from East Texas. That's a big move.
Yes, sir. It hurt. It hurt because I had a bond with like all the coaches, and I was committed to them for like the beginning of summer all the way up until my injury. And like I don't think I would have decommitted from UTSA if I never had got that injury. But once I got injured, they was talking about gray shirting, and I didn't like the gray shirting deal. So Washington State said they was gonna bring me in. I'm like, I want to go in and rehab and go on from there. So
what was that? What exactly was your injury?
I tore my ACL.
That's what I was thinking. That's it. Like I said, everything that I kind of checked up on, but I want to make sure I was getting my facts straight. So what was that rehab like?
I'd say while I was home, I'm just like, I don't know. I was kind of depressed at the time because I'm like, in high school, I played more than just football, but football was my main sport. So like just me being out, like not being able to play basketball that year or run track, like it just hurt a lot. And like it took me a while to be like, once I start rehab, I'm working back to like getting into my future. Like after this, that's when it got.
That's got to be rough. You're 2 weeks into your senior year and you're done with sports for your high school career. That's that's got to be rough.
Yeah, that was gonna be my biggest year too.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you correct me if I'm wrong. You graduated in 22. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to make sure.
What was it like going from? I know exactly where Hooks is. I've been there plenty of times. How was it going from little bitty Hooks up to Washington State? What was that transition like from you from the last day in Hooks to the first day there?
I'm not gonna lie. I'd say like for the first couple months, I was a little homesick. I'm like, dang, I'm far. But like once I got adapted to Washington State, it was fun. So
yeah. What's the weather like up there? I mean, because is it cold?
Yeah, it's snowing, freezing, cold.
Oh no, not for me.
I always told my wife, if we didn't live in Texas, I would want to move to the corners. I would either go to Washington State, Oregon, or like Maine. Like I'd want to do something completely different than. I mean, dude, it's hot down here, brother. I mean, y'all know
Yes, sir.
from like it was hot today, and it was only 95. That humidity was
Yeah.
killer.
It's like,
Yeah.
and it's like when I got to Washington State, we had we had a bubble, like our indoor that we practice in. They knocked it down to rebuild a new indoor facility, so everything, like all our workouts, was like in the snow, freezing cold outside.
Oh,
It was bad.
Yeah, you don't get that. You don't get weather like that here often enough to go from like being hot into just mostly being cold. There's no like in between there.
Evan said it's easy to say that when you got that heat. Evan, dude, I cannot describe, and there's 3 of us on here. I don't think between the 3 of us we could describe Texas heat in that late July, early August. I mean, them two-a-days are killer in August.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
I'll tell you what,
man,
I do not miss 2 days one bit.
no, mm-mm.
I do not miss it one bit, and it's been a long time since I've done that. So, I have a question right off the jump.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, but I could be wrong. Did you got to play with Cam Ward, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Did you get a
That's
chance
my
to pick him
bragging
off?
right. So I was on defense when I went in, and then Cam Ward was throwing me balls in practice. So like, man, I didn't get no pick off of him.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, sir.
How and I'm not trying to talk about another player, but Cam Ward, is he what he's made to be? He's genuine. I just see he's a genuine person. He's a heck of a ball player, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How was that experience playing with him and then just playing in Washington State? How many you were there for? What, 2 years? Am I right, or just 1
Yes,
year?
sir.
2 years.
2.5. Yes, sir.
What was your overall experience playing there? Because I know you're not there currently, but what was that overall experience for you playing at Washington State?
I'd say it was good for me because I'm like, okay, I accomplished like everything I wanted to accomplish as a kid. Like I'm playing Division I, Pac-12 football, P5 football, and like just I don't know. I feel like it was a huge accomplishment for me seeing like people I used to watch on YouTube, and I'm like, we playing against Oregon, and I'm like, dang, I've seen this person like doing this, like all the top athletes, like playing against Prime Time, for example. Just stuff like that. I'm like, dang, I'm actually here. So now I know I could do it.
That's right. So okay, kind of going down that route. What's your favorite stadium you've played at?
Favorite stadium, probably Oregon.
Oregon. That's what I was it just so loud there. I can only imagine how loud.
I can't forget. So my freshman year, I actually went to the LA Bowl. So we played in the Rams and Chargers Stadium because they shared.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
So kind of take us down the road as far as transfer portal and the move, and like what's next for you.
Yes, sir. So I'd say around the end of my sophomore season at Washington State, I felt like things was just like going downhill. And Dicker, he was the head coach. I don't know, like I felt like he wasn't keeping his word with me. And so like I'm putting everything on tape, and you keep telling me to like put things on tape, and I'm doing it, like I'm putting everything on film, and it's like just nothing's changing. So it got to the point where like it was like a point in time where I didn't even like being at practice because like I'm doing all of this and nothing's changing, and I'm constantly doing what you're telling me to do, and like after the third time of him telling me the same thing, I'm like, all right, he's just But I was young too, so like I don't know, I was young at the same time, but that's what like caused me to transfer. And it was like, that was sad too, because like all the people that I met there, it was like me leaving, like all my roommates, like it hit me hard, like it made my heart hurt a little bit. I'm like, I'm not gonna be around these guys I came in with. They were like family, But when I hit the portal, there was like I wasn't the only person that hit the portal, and there was a guy. He was an older guy. His name was Souza. He had hit the portal too, and like he was one of my locker buddies. He was like next to me, older guy, like I said, and kind of like my brother. Like he took me under my wing while I was there for a little bit. One of the realest people I met, and so he had got a Mo State offer out of the portal because he had hit the portal too, and he had told Mo State about me. So that was the first offer I got out of Washington State. And then Hawaii talked to me, LA Tech talked to me, SFA was talking to me, and I talked to UTSA a little more. But I don't know, I feel like I was just scared of going through the same thing I went through at Washington State, which caused me to go the JUCO route. Because I'm like, yes, sir. So I'm like, if I go to this junior college route, I could probably ball there and get an opportunity to go back P5 and just put everything on tape.
Yeah, I got. So where? And you're at Iowa Central, correct?
Yes, sir.
And where exactly? What city is that in?
That's in Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Fort Dodge. Okay, because we got one of our followers and actually one of the co-hosts of one of our shows. It lives in Iowa. So
Yes,
if it's close to that, Evan, if you're close to this, we need you to go watch some games and get some live action shots.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
What was it for you after, obviously you're in the portal? What was it for? What made you go to Iowa Central, the JUCO route? What was it for them, or were they one of the only JUCOs that you had the opportunity to even go to?
Okay, so Iowa Western talked to me a little bit. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I regret like not taking one of those D1s because like the NIL stuff. Like I would have been getting paid to play, but I love football so much. It wasn't about the money at that point. Like at that point, I just want to find the love for the game again. And,
Absolutely.
So I was just gonna take I was telling myself I'm gonna take like any small thing and like feel good about what I'm doing, and then go back. Cause I have a lot of time. Like I redshirted. I had a med redshirt year, my freshman year at Washington State, and then I redshirted that second year. So I'm like, I still got time. And so Iowa Central, like I'd say, like they weren't my first option because I was about to go to a Division II school. That didn't end up working out. So I went to Mississippi Gulf Coast, and then like after the end of that season is when I was like, some things went on that I don't really feel like talking about. It's just a lot.
Yeah,
And,
of course.
So I was like, I'm gonna go to Iowa Central because they like, it's like, I don't know. I felt like the same way about Iowa Central, like talking to the coaches that I did with UTSA, like when I had like that strong bond, and I'm like, now I know like these people are telling me stuff that they actually mean. So like, I went up there last semester for spring ball, and like everybody was cool, and I feel like that's the place for me to ball out and get back to where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, I mean, you feel home in a way,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I mean that's awesome that you have. I mean, you've been through a journey for sure.
Yes, sir.
And what I like most about it is that what you said a while ago is you're trying to find your love for the game again because of everything you've gone through. Yeah. And I personally think for people to go from D1 to D2 and then even to JUCO at some point, I think there's a reason for it, and there's a reason that God has put you in that position to do that. So I hope everything works out for you, man. I really do, because it sounds like you've had a journey, and you, not only that, you went through an injury starting off your collegiate career. So yeah, so that's awesome, man. Don't give up, man. Don't give up.
I think what I like about your story is you chose the route. Now I know a lot of kids do this. They go D1 and then they go JUCO and then they maybe come back to D1. And I love that because in my mind, now this is how my mind works. If I'm D1, I'm going to stay D1. Like I'm just going to ride it out. But like you said, something was off with you at Wazoo. You weren't connecting with the coaches. You weren't, and a lot of people might think going the JUCO route is a step back. But for you, it could very well be that step forward. Like sometimes it's okay to go back, to go forward where you want to be. And with that kind of being said, the coaches at Iowa Central, I mean, is there talks of you starting? You know, how much playing time you're going to get, or is it just like the same as everybody else? You're going to come in and work and earn it.
So yeah, yes sir. Like the way they talk to me is like I know that they like me a lot, but I feel like head coach like he likes me a lot, but he told me like I'm gonna play the best players. So like I know anywhere I go, I'm gonna have to compete. That goes for anybody. Like you're gonna have to compete regardless. And I'm a competitor, so like I'm not like, that's okay with me. Like I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try to win the job.
Absolutely.
I just gotta prove you and myself right, because y'all giving me that opportunity to get out there. I gotta prove both of us right. So
yeah,
I love that.
Sure.
I love that.
Too. That's huge. That is huge, man.
Sure.
What have you looked at y'all's schedule for this year?
I haven't really looked into the schedule. I'm
just curious of sometimes people they mark a game on their schedule to look forward to. I mean, obviously, it's JUCO, so maybe you haven't played. Oh, you got one? Okay, yeah. Okay, I like it.
Who is it?
Either Hutch or Iowa Western, because I know those are like the big, JUCOs that like everybody like they win all the time. Like I want to play against some comp.
Hey, Hutchinson. That's. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm in the wrong. I got last year's schedule up.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
Are you back at home right now? By the way, are you at home
sir.
right now? Or are you at Hooks, Texas, man?
Yeah.
What was it like playing at Hooks, man?
It was fun. I got to play with my brothers for the most part.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we all played on the same team. It was.
We actually had. You know who Ashton Odom is?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We had him on. He was probably like our 5th guest we ever had on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
was a freshman
awesome.
my senior year.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Did I was going to ask you too. I mean, and at Hooks, did you play any offense as well?
I played both ways, yes, sir.
Both
I always
ways?
thought
Yeah.
I was like, or like, I'm not gonna say I thought, like, I know like I'm a better offensive player, but it's like all of my offers was coming for defense. But like I said, it's like when I went to Washington State, I went in for like corner. Then they moved me from corner to safety, and from safety they moved me back to offense. So,
what do you play receiver?
I'm on defense now. Think I'm gonna just ride it out there.
Yeah, for
Just
sure,
stick
man.
with
I
the
mean,
defense stuff,
yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, so the guys the people we have in Iowa, they said get a schedule to us, and they'll see if them and one of our other podcasts that she's in Iowa as well. They said they'll see if they can make it to a game. So that would be super cool for them to be able to come watch you, support you from the network. Maybe get a picture with you. We can put it on the page, and that would be super cool for that to happen. Well, do you have like any advice to any of the young athletes, or even the athletes that are in college right now that might be struggling? Kind of like you said, with the coaching staff or anything like that. What would be some advice you had for them?
The biggest thing is to like keep God first, because like nothing, like you can't accomplish nothing without God. Like you might feel like things aren't going your way, but like just like what I'm going through is just a bump in the road. So like I know like I can't stop doing what I'm doing and go do other things, because like it's not gonna help me achieve what I actually want to do. So like just keep God first and keep going, like keep pushing, because you can do it. Like you just got to tell yourself you can. So that's the biggest thing. Just
I like
keep God.
I guess I got one more. Are you a big basketball fan?
Yes, sir. I used to play basketball in high school.
Pacers or Thunder? Who you got winning it?
I got Thunder.
You got the Thunder.
Okay.
I took the Pacers. I took the Pacers in 5. Dustin took the Pacers in 7. So he still got a shot. I had a shot until they blew it in Game 4. They didn't want it.
It's been good though. It's been a good little series.
It's been pretty good. I will agree. I think it's better than most people thought.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What I do have a question for
Yes,
you.
sir.
If if the Cards were to play your way, and I pray they do, if you had to pick a school to go play at, where would you want to go play? If you had to pick one school in the nation, it don't matter if it's JUCO, it could be JUCO D1, it don't matter. Where would you like to play at?
Any I don't know. I want to play in Texas. So like I feel like if any like TCU Texas.
Okay.
Texas
There
Tech,
we go.
in like any Texas school.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yes, sir.
Playing at home. It sounds like just playing in your home state sounds like a great
Yes,
idea.
sir. Yeah,
Man,
like,
yeah.
I'm one of those,
that, man.
like when I was at Washington State, I don't think but only 2 people came to watch me because I was so far. But like if I'm in Texas,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will be able to show up to games and stuff. So.
Could be able to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can have your family there and stuff more.
I mean, that's been I can tell you that's been the consensus, pretty much with everybody that we've had on, with the exception of 2 people. We had a guy out of the Houston area who went to Wyoming to play football. He just said he needed a fresh start, and we had a young lady from California that went to North Carolina to play lacrosse. But everybody else has said, "Oh yeah, well I'm going to." I had an opportunity to go here, but I'd rather go here because it's only 2 hours from the house, which is it's understandable. You want you want to be close to your family and your friends. That's completely understandable.
At the same time, like I say that, but like I feel like sometimes like getting away isn't too bad. Like it's not as bad as it sounds because it could keep you out of trouble and stuff like that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm cool with going to Oregon or like out the way as you can
Right.
see. Like
Yeah.
Washington State was all the way up there.
That's way up there.
Yeah, that's up there. That's a haul.
Yeah,
That is a haul.
yes, sir.
And you got to experience playing in
The Pac-12.
Yeah,
Pac-12.
I guess you were. Would you been in the last year of the
sir.
Pac-12?
Right before everything went. Yeah,
Yeah, right before it all kind of shifted. So did you go? Where did y'all play USC at? Was it home or away?
we played USC at USC.
At USC, what's that like? What's the Coliseum like? Pretty nice.
Crazy, yeah. But
Crazy, yeah. I bet it is. I bet it is.
Yeah.
they had Caleb Williams and Jordan Addison, so I got to watch like some of the.
Yeah, but say you've seen some pretty good pretty good teams, man.
Yes, sir.
But that's what you get when you go to those the Pac-12 back then, or the Big Ten now, or the Big 12. I mean, there's some really good players in all those conferences. So no matter whether you're starting, whether you're on the kickoff return, whether a kickoff, or you're just kind of the freshman on the sideline, you get to experience that firsthand, and that's pretty neat in and of itself because those are memories that you'll always have. I mean, you'll always be able to say, I was there, I was on that sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool, man.
But
I mean,
go ahead, Dustin.
No, go ahead. You're good. Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, man, we appreciate you so much for coming on. I appreciate you for reaching back out to me as quick as you did. We would love to stay in contact with you.
Mm-hmm.
And after your season, maybe have you back on to kind of tell us how y'all did and kind of what your future looks like. And if, like I said, if you'll get me a schedule, I'll get it to our people in Iowa, and hopefully they can come catch a game and, like I said, do a little meet and greet with you, and maybe you can do a little interview for one of their shows or something. So yeah, just keep us informed with everything you got going on, and man, you're more than welcome to come back on here anytime you want to. If you got something going on sports wise in your life, you get an offer from somewhere and want to come tell us about it, man, just hit me up, and we will definitely get you on.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate
you so much, man.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank y'all.
You too, man. Thank you.
Great
Awesome.
kid.
Awesome
Great kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Could you
awesome
imagine
as
playing? Did you imagine playing in Oregon? You know how loud that freaking place has to be. I'm
Even
talking.
Even USC in the Coliseum, man.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness, dude!
He
That
played at
would be.
he played at some schools where you just like, dang, like I could imagine just being on the outside of the stadium listening to it. But imagine
Listening
being
to it, yes.
I'm
You
on the
know it was loud down there
sideline.
on the field. You know it
Oh
was loud
my
on the
God.
field. Like, you
It
know
was-
it.
That's one of those moments where like just being there is a dream come true, especially being on the sideline.
Yeah.
From a kid from Hooks, Texas, which shows his work, shows how good he is at the game.
So listen to this. So he didn't start getting recruited until his end of his junior year, not his football year, end of his junior year. Okay,
Mhm.
so you figure that's May. You got June, July,
Yeah.
August. He for 3 months. That's when he got recruited. Then he got hurt. He finished his high school career as a 3-star recruit, and didn't. It's only 90. Oh, Evan said it's only about 90 minutes away, so they can make that happen. Oh, dude, that would be so awesome. That would be awesome to show up for that kid and just. Oh, that's so cool. That is so freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm sure he would feel awesome that he came
Yeah.
on
Yes.
Tired Sports Network, Bearded Bros, and then you'd recognize the game from Tired Sports Network and the Mac Show just there with them, watching them play.
If you me tell you what, Evan, I'm going to put this out, and I don't even know if you could do it, or I would like to get you some money and maybe try to get a in my bag apparel, T-shirt, some kind of Mortal Kombat made up thing for him, and like you present him a shirt from Tired Sports.
That would be
That would be
dope.
so cool. Like maybe
Yeah.
I could. I'll hit him up and see if I can find out like his favorite Mortal Kombat character or something like that. Even if he plays, I don't know if he plays, and maybe we can mesh something up. Evan, we'll let you do your thing and see if we can come up with something for him. Dude, that would be pretty good. That would be pretty neat.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, we should definitely get with Evan on that.
A
Oh,
little
man.
little update. 2-1 LSU in the 7th.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had a
okay.
bases loaded.
Awesome. Well, Derek, we're gonna get into the segment, man. I'm excited for this one. We're gonna get
Oh,
into
the rank. Yes.
ranked that segment.
I
This
like
is-
it. I'm ready.
It's it's not necessarily a ranking, but it's okay. I'm just gonna put it up, and I'm gonna let you choose because this is gonna be something we're gonna talk about for a minute. I'm sure everyone in here is going to want to chime in on this. Okay, this is good. I'm telling you, like when I saw this, I was like, it's not necessarily a ranking, but we're going to call it a ranking because there's no way we don't talk about it.
All right.
Read this.
Okay. Fight
Who
breaks out
is
between
the
all.
last man standing?
So I'm gonna throw you a curveball that you're not gonna expect at all. Who do you think I'm picking?
All right, so this is a 9-man. We're gonna call it the 9-man Tired Sports Royal Rumble.
Okay. I'm with that.
Okay,
The last man standing, and before you say anything, let me explain. Once I give you my answer, it's going to be LeBron James. Okay,
that's your last man standing.
that's my last man standing. Do you want to know why?
Why?
As soon as he gets in the ring, he's going to flop. And they're going to think that he's hurt the whole time. And everybody's going to beat each other up. And then he's going to stand up and he's going to be the last man standing. He rested the entire time while everybody else was fighting. And then now he's the last man standing.
Okay.
No, but no,
I mean-
seriously. Realistically, for me, it's between two people. It would be between Charles Oakley and Kevin Garnett.
Really? No Ron Artest? No Dennis Rodman?
I think Oakley and Kevin have the reach on everybody,
Okay.
and so I think that helps them. And if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm leaning towards Oakley. I think Oakley would be the last one. I think Dennis is more crazy than he is gonna fight you. Like, if you look back at the old Bulls videos, he he'll get in a tussle, but then as soon as that person will turn around, he'll put his hands up and he'll walk away, like he didn't do anything. I think Draymond Green is a fake bully. I don't think he is. I mean, he tries to be hard, but he's not at all. Chuck, Chuck maybe, but I don't see it. If I had it, Matt Barnes for sure no. That for sure no.
He's gonna be, I'll say this: he's going to be too intoxicated to fight.
Yes. Ron Artest.
Is he kind of like Dennis? Is he just crazy?
I think he's just crazy. Like I just think he
I don't know, man. Malice in the Palace. I mean, he was in it. So
he was in it, but Oakley would be the one I would take. I think you could do Oakley and KG 1A, 1B for me, and Haslam I think would be number 2. I think Udonis, yeah.
Who could you see being a sleeper come out of this? Maybe it's not one of those two. Who would be a sleeper?
Chuck.
Okay.
I think Chuck could be your sleeper because I think he could get after it. I mean, I really think Prime Chuck could get out there and get with him.
By the way, I just want to read something real bit. So Evan on TikTok said, I think we can make that kind of happen for sure. We're just going to make him some kind of hero.
There we go. I like it.
And then he said, what do you think about where Dennis came from, though? And he said, have you ever read Bad as I Want to Be? I have not, Evan.
No, I have not. I have not read
and then
Dennis.
He said, Dennis been through some stuff. I don't think he'd quit those guys and maybe stronger, but Dennis got this. So it sounds like Evan's going
Evan's going with Dennis.
Man.
There's nothing wrong with that. For me, it's the reach more than anything. I just think those long arms. You could keep somebody off of you, and Oakley's a little bit thicker than the majority of them. I don't know exactly how big he is, but
man, this is. I'll say this. I don't think Matt Barnes. I think he could probably scrap, but I don't know if he can. Like, I think he could probably beat maybe Draymond. I don't know. I don't know. I'll say this. I don't think, and this is nothing against LeBron, I don't know if he's really a fighter.
He's not.
I think he can. He's big. Could he fight? Yeah. If you're big enough, you can fight, or anybody can fight, no matter if you're big or small. I think anyone in the welterweight UFC could beat any of these guys up because they do it for a living. What I'm saying is but I do want to pick a sleeper. I do think if I had to pick one sleeper, I feel like Udonis Haslam would be my sleeper.
Yeah, like I said, he's my number 2. So I agree.
Braun and Chuck would win.
Evan said Braun and Chuck will be the first 2 out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But if I had to pick.
Yo, Fantasy Sports University, appreciate you for joining.
Yeah, for sure, man. But if I had to, I'm going to pick one. Like if I'm locked in. Man, this is such a good list. It really is. If you look at it, they all kind of played the same position too. For the most part, you can say.
For the most part, Matt Barnes would be the odd man out. Him and Artest.
Yeah. But I think I'm going Ron Artest here.
Really?
Yeah, I think Ron Artest could win this. I could see like I'm looking here like some matchups I would like to see. I'd like to see Matt Barnes and Dennis Rodman. I think Dennis Rodman would win, right? I don't know if Matt Barnes has beat anyone, and there's no respect to him. Like I said, this is Royal Rumble. It's last man standing. So if you look at it, there's 9. So someone's going to be out on the outside watching, and we know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron. He's flopping in the beginning, right?
Well, either that or he's trying to recruit. Hey, Chuck, go beat up Charles Oakley, and then Kevin, go beat up Rodman, and I'll come in at the end, and I'll do so good. I'll be 1-5 in this fight, and they'll call me the GOAT because I won 1 out of 6 times.
You gotta know some of these guys' backstory before the league. I mean, no, I do. I know. I mean, I know. I've learned a lot
Fantasy
about
said
these
Oakley's
guys.
winning it. I agree. I mean, so let me ask you all this. Everybody watching, and let me ask you this, Dustin. Who is not on this list that you think could be on this list? And I think there's one answer, and I think it's league-wide one answer.
League wide. Ooh, I have one. Call me crazy, but I would throw this dude in this mix to make it a 10-man Royal Rumble. And it's going to be crazy. There's no way. Give me Russell Westbrook. I think he could scrap for a little guy. Now, I'm not saying he's going to win it. I'm saying throw him in the mix. He's feisty.
Make sure I.
Give me Russell. James Johnson's another good one.
James Johnson, that's who it is. I wanted to say James Jones, but that didn't sound right. James Johnson he's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu and shujitsu and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy Sports said Steven Adams. I like that pick. Big Steven Adams.
The New Zealand man. Like,
yes. You know, you almost want to say Ben Wallace, but I don't know. I don't know how Ben would do in this.
Hey, what about Rasheed Wallace?
Oh yeah, James Johnson's undefeated in MMA. Also, yeah. I mean,
wait, hold on. He fights MMA?
Yeah. He's almost like John Jones. That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of John Jones.
Hey, can I throw somebody in here that's not basketball?
Who you got?
Okay. I hope I'm getting the name right. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe you know. So he's the one that played for Dallas. That's in MMA right now.
Look what Evan just said.
Hey,
hey, she could beat Prime. She could beat Prime Boogie though. That's what she said. She said she could beat, and then her laugh.
Yeah, dude, I just watched an interview from her, and that's probably one of the first times I've ever actually heard her like talk. Like clear.
Yeah, we won't go down that road, but yes,
that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do the face.
Yeah.
Is she tripping up? Dude, what about Boogie Cousins? What about Boogie Cousins?
Boogie Cousins could get if Boogie was in this, I might put Boogie to win it. If James Johnson's not in it and you put Boogie in here, if you took out Matt Barnes and put Boogie, I would take Boogie. I think he's just that nuts.
He's always trying to fight. He's
always
tries to fight
his attitude took him from a top 5 center all time to, I mean, probably outside the top 15 centers. I mean, he was on pace to be he was so good in Sacramento. So good.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he was. But who's the defense in for Dallas that used to play? Now he fights MMA. He's undefeated.
Greg Hardy.
Give me Greg. Throw Greg Hardy in the mix.
Fantasy Sports said Gary Payton should be the ring manager. No, that'd be Paul George's job. Podcast P.
Yeah, he's used to being on the microphone.
He's used to be like, he ain't playing in the playoffs. So
I think he's been on his podcast more than years than he was on the court. Can we all?
Yeah,
agree?
he's been struggling. Hey, how would Kawhi do in this?
Hey, you know what I read the other? I was reading, or I was watching something. It was actually on Paul George's podcast. And it's been a while, but he had Cameron Brink on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that, but they were talking about Kawhi, and I think this was when he was in Los Angeles at the time. So it was just last year, maybe. And they were talking about him, and you don't really hear people talk about Kawhi. Well, because he's kind of silent. Like
yes, Kawhi is a black belt.
She said he is the most funniest guy, but don't make him mad.
I can see that. I mean,
she said he's the funniest guy. He's the most genuine guy. He's funny. He's actually. She was making fun of his laugh, which was kind of funny. You know, the huh.
Yeah, that dude's laugh is weird, man.
Yeah, that's a weird laugh. But she said he's genuine, nice, funny. Just don't make him mad. But I don't know if he'd beat. You don't see crazy from him, but I think he could beat maybe Matt Barnes. I don't see him beat nobody else. There's no way, dude. I mean, I don't know. Maybe didn't. I don't know, man.
What about Giannis? I mean, if we're going, Evan said Joker used to wrestle bears.
I mean, if he used to,
He's too busy with his horses to come do this shenanigan stuff.
Yeah,
he's
I don't
busy.
know. He wouldn't want to do it. He'd be too busy.
This is a good, like, you could go on for a day. I mean, you could go on talking about all kinds. I mean, you could make a point guard one of these. You can make a shooting guard one of these. You can make all kinds of stuff of these.
Yeah, I saw this dude and I was like, listen, this ain't really a ranking, but we're going to put it in the rank that section because this is good. Like, you could theoretically rank it, but too, if I can get my hands on it, would be a WNBA one. I guess Brittany would be.
I'm gonna tell you. Evan said Gilbert Arenas at point guard and shooting guard. You know who could be the ring announcer? Russell. What's his name? From Ohio State. He went to golly, I can't think of his name.
You're talking about D'Angelo Russell?
D'Angelo Russell. You know, when he got on the phone business. Yeah, he could be the ring announcer. I'm gonna tell you right now, Sophie Cunningham would win the WNBA one. She's savage.
Yeah, You know what? Let's Derek. Let's talk about what happened with that last night.
You want to start that, or you want me to?
Let me start it. I know
you go ahead.
So here's my thoughts. I don't mind. First of all, I just want to say this. Don't suspend nobody. Okay?
No, I agree.
Don't suspend nobody. But here's what we've got to change. I don't mind the rough play. I'm all in with it. Like I like the old school basketball, whether it's WBA, NBA, like let them play a little bit. But what happened in that scenario? It was clear pickings. It was clear pickings. They were going after Caitlin Clark. Okay, it's obvious, and I'm glad that people stuck up for her. Again, I don't mind the rough fouling, but there's no reason to poke somebody in the eye. There's no point in pushing them on the ground because you're going to get somebody hurt. That's where I'm at with it.
I agree.
I really don't mind the physical play. And I agree with Evan. Don't call it. It wasn't a fight. No one threw hands. Just let's get control of the rough fouling against everyone. But unfortunately, the majority of it is on Caitlin Clark.
I was just listening to say that's my whole thing about the entire thing because 70. Did you know 70? I looked this up today. It's like 73 or 76% of all flagrant fouls last year were on Caitlin Clark. From the league, not just when they played the Fever, but for the whole league, 73 or 76% of flagrant fouls was on her. We have a Caitlin Clark problem in the WNBA, and it needs to be addressed league-wide. It is getting to the point where they are out to get her. And I'm not trying to go down no road or open-ended statements or anything like that. I'm calling a spade a spade. They are out to get her for whatever reason that each team decides it needs to. That one girl poked her in the eye. She turned around and addressed that situation with that girl. That girl shoved her, and as soon as she got shoved, two other girls, boom, were coming at her. Two other girls were already coming at Caitlin Clark once she shoved that other girl. Right? there's no need for that. Like, they were not in the play. They were not involved in it. I understand the sticking up for your player. I get that. Then get in between them, right? Like, don't attack the one girl. So I was 1,000,000% fired up when Cunningham slung homegirl down to the ground. I was behind that. Like, it's just like in baseball. You hit my guy, I'm gonna hit you back. Like, I'm gonna peg one of your batters. Like, you got me, I'm getting you back. Now we're even. And when Cunningham did that, they all threw a fit, and it was bad. I don't know if you saw the thing today. There's a petition out to get her banned from the league. There's a petition to get Cunningham banned from the league. And I was slightly joking this morning when I said it, but I mean, in all honesty, if I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm figuring some stuff out. And I might do the Jordan. I might take a year off. I might take a year off and just go back to school and get my master's or something. Just do something. Just take a year off, and let's see what the ratings look like. Let's see what the ticket sales look like. Let's see what it looks like across the board. Now, I'm not saying, and I'll say this right here, right now, the best player in the WNBA is Asia Wilson or Collier from Minnesota. Okay, I do not think Caitlin Clark is the best. I think she's one of the best. I think she's probably top 3 to 5. You could put her. But until somebody takes Asia out for MVP or takes Collier out for the MVP race, those are my top two girls in the league. Caitlin Clark is the face of your league, right? There's a difference. That's why you hear in the NBA, SGA won the MVP. But he's not the face of the NBA. He's just the most valuable player. Like, let's just be real. Like, I mean, you could probably say Luka or Steph is the face of the NBA, or that SGA just won MVP. Clark is the face. Whether they want to say it, whether you want to say it, agree with it, disagree with it. Before she was there, all these same girls were playing, right? Asia was still playing. Kelsey Plum was still playing. Collier was still playing. They were 2, 3, 4 years in the league before Clark ever got there. When Clark came in, it exploded. Exploded. They were moving arenas. They were moving venues. Ticket prices went up. And I mean, she's the face of the league. Until they embrace that, they're looking bad as a league, as an organization. And it's not a good look. And all it's going to take is her getting hurt by one of these fouls, and they're going to see what they have. And I salute her for taking every lick and getting back up.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll say this too. I mean, and this happened the other day, and I saw it. And this kind of, and this is going to be surprising people I'm saying this, but this happened as well. When Angel Reese got her hair pulled the other day, that was intentional. That was uncalled for.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
She gets picked on too a lot. Now, granted, it is what it is, but she should get picked on. She should have gotten her hair pulled. It's good she stood up for herself too, because as much Caitlin Clark takes, honestly, Angel Reese takes a lot too for all the bad things, and we've got to. You don't see this happen in the NBA like that. They're not picking on somebody like that. Why are we picking on players in the WNBA? Why is Angel Reese getting picked on, getting her hair pulled for no reason? Why is Caitlin Clark getting pushed on the ground, poked in the eye? When does the league start taking charge of this and saying, listen, if you continue to do these things, you will get suspended, your pay will be cut, and they already are mad about their pay. Like, they've got to get control of their actions within these games. Play the game of basketball. I don't mind the physicality of it, right? Just don't do it on purpose because of you're playing against Angel Reese or you're playing against Caitlin
Clark. That's another problem is, like I said, it's a Caitlin Clark problem. Because do you know who I have not heard anybody say anything bad about? Paige Beckers. No, nobody's checking Paige Beckers. Nobody's ragging on Paige Beckers. Nobody's doing none of this to Paige. She was the first overall pick. She's a rookie. She's not playing bad, but she's not playing great. I mean, she's you know what I mean? Like, I mean, she's had a couple good games, but they're 2-9 or 2-10, whatever they are now. And nobody, if that would have been Clark last year, oh, dude, they would have ragged her out of the WNBA for being so bad. So it's a Caitlin Clark issue for some reason. I don't know if the WNBA is trying to see how far they could take it with her. But I don't know. But yes, I love the physicality of the game. I love the fighting and the bickering and the going back and forth. You knock my girl down, I'm gonna knock you down. Don't suspend them. Don't now. If it gets to where it's even more blatant than it is now, I think the league needs to step in and do something. But until that happens, what's up, the Marshall Experience? Thanks for jumping in on TikTok.
Yeah, for sure.
I think something needs to change.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. I think they've got to start watching each game. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, but
just stop picking on certain players because of who they are, whether it's things they say. Like Angel Reese is a lot of hers. It's things she says. Just play the game, let the talking, and play physically. Just don't hurt each other. Like you're almost tearing your own league down by picking on these young players that can play the game. Like I understand people not knock on Angel Reese, but who knows what she could become one day. I mean, she's only in year 2. Same with Caitlin, and she's already good. Like, stop fighting your own league. Like, support each other. Don't tear each other down, because right now the league is getting torn down by themselves. Your league's in a good spot. Don't make it go back to where it was, because y'all can't stop picking on Caitlin Clark. Can't stop picking on Angel Reese. I've even seen stuff with Collier this year. Like, just stop picking on each other. Just play physically, try to win basketball games, and move on to the next game. Just play the game. Play the game. All right. Next on the docket, let's talk about this. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What are you going to talk about? Which one?
I was going to say, let's talk about the final game from last night, the NHL.
NHL, okay.
I mean, dude, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, Oilers caved. Bad.
It's almost like they didn't even try. I mean, they got murdered. It wasn't a game. And I told you from the jump they were going to come out hard. They were going to win. I wish we had AJ on, because maybe he could answer this, but the Oilers have got to figure it out. When it comes before the finals, they're fine, but they cannot get past the Panthers team in year 2. The Panthers just rolled them. I mean, they got a couple games in, but they just got rolled, man. The games they lost all of them by 4 to 5 goals, minus the one game that went to overtime and they lost by 1.
Yeah, they lost 4-3 in game 1. They won 5-4 game 2. They lost 6-1 game 3. Lost by 1 in game, or 1 by 1. Then they 3 and then 4. I mean, yeah, they. I will say this though, Edmonton outshot Florida. Out hit them. Had more penalty minutes than they did. I mean, everything they did was better except put the puck in the net.
Yeah, and that just tells you the Panthers goalie was on his game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he was on his game.
I think this is the first repeat champion in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've repeated, and I don't mind repeating. It shows you that, for one, it can be done. Because again, I think I said this last show. It's hard to go back to back. It's hard enough to get there in any sport to a championship.
Last time was 2020, so 5 years ago.
Yeah, and
the Lightning did it.
So, I would love to see a new champion next year, but It just shows you everyone's goal now is to find a way to get to the finals and then find a way. Florida's the team to beat.
Yeah.
They are. They're the team to beat. So we'll see what happens next year. The NHL, another season over of sports. Hopefully the Dallas Stars will find their head coach, someone that can get them over the hump. Because
Yes.
three Western Conference championships in a row, and they have lost 3 times in a row. So I hope they can get over the hump. Hopefully they can keep all these young players intact, get another year under their belt, another off season. Hopefully come out stronger next year. And then hopefully somebody finds a way to beat the Panthers, because on that side of in that conference, they're the team to beat.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens next year. Great NHL season. My personal goal is next year to watch more hockey. I want to get into hockey more. I want to learn hockey more.
I'll tell you what we need to set up next year. We need to go to a Mudbugs game.
I'm down.
We need to figure out a schedule. Take the family, go one Saturday afternoon or something like that, just to get away, and go watch some hockey.
Yeah, that sounds like fun, man. I would enjoy that a lot. We need to make sure to put that on it could be on our bucket list.
Our bucket list, our tired sports bucket list
of going to an NHL.
We already crossed one off this past year. Got you to your first college bowl game.
I mean, that was my first college game. Period.
Or college game, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy. That was so much fun.
Yes, it was. I had a good time.
Yeah, we had a fun time.
Looking forward to going back. December is right around the corner.
By the way, Evan, everybody watching, me and Derek, we had started a tradition next year, and the Independence Bowl, which is an hour from us, hour and 50, however you want to put, about an hour or so. Me and Derek had the opportunity to go to the Independence Bowl, where it was Army and
Louisiana Tech.
It was supposed to be Marshall,
but everybody entered the portal.
Literally,
the whole team entered the portal. Yes,
the whole team entered the portal. So we went to watch that. That was a fun. We got to watch Bryson Daly play.
Bryson Daly, yes, he was a monster.
He was as advertised.
It looks like Taysom Hill. I mean, that's who he was. He was Taysom Hill.
Yep. Taysom Hill. So that was a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. Dang, December's right around the corner. I mean, it's not, but it is.
I mean, it's 6 months. I mean, we're there.
Derek, prediction. Who would you like to see next year? Realistic prediction.
I mean, well, technically, it could be anybody because, like I said, we looked it up. A&M's played there. Miami's played there. Washington's played there. But let me tell you who I'd love to see. I'd love to see Louisiana Tech and Texas State. Go watch Colton Jackson.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
That would be fun. I don't know, man. That's really anybody. There. I mean, really anybody. I would like to see anybody. Yeah, let's say Texas State and La Tech. Let's get it going.
All right. Maybe write that down. Let's see. I'm good with that. I'm good with that game.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Well, speaking of football, let's go into some NFL stuff that's happened today, or even the last couple of days. Did you hear Alexander off to Baltimore?
Yes.
I mean, great pickup for Baltimore. I was down on him a little bit when he first came out, but after realizing he would have been a good pickup for Dallas, of course. I mean, Dallas could use anyone. I mean, just saying generally, we'll take anyone. He signs a 1-year deal with Baltimore.
Yeah, you know, and kind of piggyback right off of that. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for picking up cornerback Robert Rochell.
Yeah, I did.
Been in the league for about 3 years now. He's got 2 solo tackles. Shout out to passing up on the All-Pro Jazeer Alexander and getting this stud. What a steal of the free agency market. I mean, like unbelievable. Unbelievable by the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they are making moves. That's what we do, baby. We get people that nobody else is looking at. You know why nobody else is looking at them? Because they don't even know their name. That's why they're not looking at them.
Go ahead and put it up on your bed.
Golly.
That's what Dallas does, man. We go get people nobody hears about.
It was $6 million for Alexander. $6 million for an all-pro cornerback. Now I understand we got Diggs coming back. We got Bland. We just got Revel in the draft. But I promise you, I'm not even a defensive coordinator, but I can find somewhere for Alexander to be. Put him out there at free safety or strong safety. Just let him blitz every play. It don't matter. He's all pro for a reason.
So somebody commented on TikTok and said, Mudbugs Independence Bowl, what else again? And that would be your wife.
I don't know what else. We'll find something to get into over there, I guess. Do you eat crawfish, Dustin?
Mm-hmm.
They do a crawfish festival over there. And it's in May. Because we go for our wedding anniversary sometimes. If we're over there with.
Let me tell you my thought on crawfish. Let me tell you my thought, and this is completely off subject. I know we're talking about food right now, but here's my deal with those types of foods. The ones I say you have to work for.
Not a lot of meat.
No, it ain't about the meat. I mean, I can eat 2 pounds of that if I want. The problem is, I'm a fat boy. Okay, I don't want to work for my food. I just want to put it in my mouth.
That's it.
Okay? Crawfish is amazing. Don't want to work for it. Crab, amazing. Don't want to work for it. If I have to use a tool to get my food ready to eat besides a fork or a spoon, I don't want it. I love the food. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to work for it, man. I'm trying to eat it instantly. Semi-instantly. Maybe have to wait for it to cool down a little bit, but I'm not trying to pull a tool out where I got to snap the leg, bend the leg, suck the meat out, or dip it. Then I just want to eat it, man. Now, if someone was to pull out the meat for me, hey, go for it. I mean, but I love the food. I just don't like working for it.
Wife just said, Dustin, that's why I have him shell it for me.
Yes, see, no.
Because I do. I'll be eating mine, and I'll look over, and she doesn't have anything, so I'll pop 2 or 3 for her and put it on her plate. Go back to doing mine.
Like that's why every time we go to this Cajun place all the time over here in Gladewater, and my wife's always getting shrimp, always getting crab, and like she's just sitting here going to town. I'm like, do you not ever get tired of working for that meat? Like, I just get the fish and I can instantly eat. You're over here digging and crawling and snapping with the tool, and not me. I love the food. I just don't like working for it. I know that's like a weird excuse, but I just don't like doing it, man. But it's great food. I love it. But I guess you're a twofer. You do yours and you do your wives.
Yeah. So something we kind of haven't talked about NFL wise. What are your thoughts on? Well, first of all, I just got this breaking news on my thing. Cowboys cheerleaders getting a 400% pay raise.
Jerry Jones, that's where you put your money into the cheerleaders?
Yeah. Good thing we didn't get any good free agents, but we're giving the cheerleaders big boost. So shout out to the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. What's your take on the whole Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Here's my thoughts. Pittsburgh didn't have options at this point. They waited too long for anything. They let Fields walk. They let Russell Wilson walk. I wasn't necessarily surprised about the Russell Wilson. I was kind of surprised by the Fields because he's young.
I agree on that.
He's young. I mean, look what he did last year for him before Russell played. I never thought they should have let him out. I should think that if they wanted to make that switch, they should have made it when he was struggling. He wasn't struggling. They had lost, maybe 2 games when he came in, maybe. So I'm surprised Mike Tomlin didn't push that organization to keep him. But Aaron Rodgers going there, it's just a safety blanket thing, man. I thought he was going to retire, to be honest with you. I'm not saying he wanted to go out like that, but at this point, he didn't have a lot of options.
Yeah.
He could have went to
Minnesota.
Minnesota, if you wanted
But
to.
they're set with JJ McCarthy, and that's iffy for me. Like you're giving the reins to a team that was 14-3 last year to a rookie because he didn't even play last year. He was hurt.
He's gonna have
And
some big shoes to fill.
yeah, I mean that.
And kind of going back to that organization, not to get off the Aaron Rodgers, but they let Sam Darnold walk out the building, which I thought was crazy. Because of what he did for them last year.
Mm-hmm.
You could have built even more upon that. You brought back Aaron Jones. I mean, the Steelers, the thing I like about them is they got a running back in Johnson, right? Is that where Johnson went?
Yes.
So Aaron Rodgers has some weapons. Now, the thing for me is, do you and this is going to, I mean, it's got to talk about the Cowboys. Do you think they got worse by letting George Pickens go? Offensively, I mean, DK Metcalf is going to be great for them. I think him and Aaron Rodgers are going to play great together.
I think they did because I don't know who their number 2 receiver is.
Okay, that's exactly my point. So defensively, you know what you're going to get from the Steelers. They're going to be great. They're going to be a great defensive team. They were last year. But offensively, you're depending on an old Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure he can still sling the ball. Aaron Rodgers is
Robert Woods is their number 2 receiver.
Okay.
A 33-year-old Robert Woods.
Okay, so you have Robert Woods and
their number 3 is Calvin Austin.
Don't even know who that is. I'm gonna be honest.
He's out of Memphis. He's like, he's almost like a Tavon. Remember Tavon Austin?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that's about what he's like. He's real fast. Last year he had 500 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Hey, by the way, appreciate all the likes on TikTok. 6.2K likes on TikTok. Appreciate all the love on TikTok.
Let's go. I think they're going to be a run-heavy team, and I'm going to tell you something else that I'm not sick about it, but I'm surprised about it. They drafted Will Howard. Okay. And I really thought he was going to have an opportunity to go for the starting job. Because as much as I ragged on him last year, he ended up being a really good quarterback for Ohio State, especially in the playoffs. He played phenomenal through them runs. I mean, they dismantled Tennessee. They dismantled Oregon. They dismantled I'm going to say they dismantled Texas. They beat Texas. They dismantled Notre Dame. I mean, it was amazing to watch.
And I'm owning up to my sayings. I was hard on Will Howard this year. And we can go back to the past shows, and I was so hard on him. I talked bad about him up until a few games for the playoffs. I did. I feel like I wasn't seeing the quarterback that I wanted to see. And then he just went off. He showed why he deserved to be in Ohio State, coming from Kansas State. I do think that it's a good opportunity for him. I mean, you're going to learn from one of the best quarterbacks to ever play. We've got to give him that.
But he's not going to teach you anything. You're going to have to learn it on your own.
Now, that was going to be my thing. If I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm at my career, and this is never going to be an Aaron Rodgers move, but if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I would love for him to teach this year as well. Like, if you care about the Steelers and Mike Tomlin and that organization any kind of way, you're a rental. You're a 1-year rental at max. You have weapons. You have a few weapons. But here's what I'm going to say, though. And I'm going to talk about a team that I could see them being kind of like this that really shocked us last year, and that was the Buffalo Bills. They didn't have a number 1 wide receiver, all year, really. No one knew what they were going to be like because they gave up Diggs, right?
Yeah.
So
I will say that was that Bills team was a very Tom Brady, New England Patriots-esque. Not a number 1 receiver, but a bunch of number 2s that played really well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I outside of Randy Moss, I don't think Tom Brady really ever had a number one. Now you can throw names out there, Deion Branch, and he had Gronkowski would theoretically be his number one guy at the tight end. But I mean, receiver wise, Danny Edelman, uh, what's the other guy's name?
His best receivers for Tom Brady have been Randy Moss and Mike Evans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
respectfully, I mean, I'm saying true number ones.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about like Edelman and them, because Edelman and them, you got to remember, they played the slot. It's very rare your slot receiver is your number one receiver. Now, they're always open. You know, they're really good at route running and stuff. I'm not knocking those players. I'm talking about a true number one. Randy Moss and Mike Evans was his best players. But for me, it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've got to rely on their defense a lot. And that's okay. That's not unnormal in Pittsburgh to rely on the defense. And Aaron Rodgers cannot turn the ball over. And they've got to use the run game. They have a running back. Use Johnson. Who cares if he's a rookie? Use him.
they've got him and Jalen Warren. I think this. I'm gonna go ahead and matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and write it down where I wrote my Texas State stuff at. I'm gonna go on record and saying Pittsburgh.
Yes, they got to get the deal done with TJ. Just like Evan said, you can, if TJ walks, or if he decides to not want to be there, that team next year is going to be atrocious, because you're not going to have a quarterback and you're not going to anchor your defense there.
Pittsburgh will not score over 34 points all year.
Wow.
And they will have a winning record. They are going to run the ball. They're going to control the clock, and they're going to play defense. We're going back to like early Pittsburgh days with just ground and pound. Let's play some defense. Their defense is really good. They got Patrick Queen from Baltimore. They got Watt. They got Fitzpatrick, Joey Porter Jr. back there. They've got Hayward on the defensive line. The defense is really good. It was the offense that hurt them last year. Najee wasn't playing well. Like you said, you had Fields, you had Russell. Nobody knew really which one to put out there. One would do good, and they would sub them, 2 weeks later, and they just never got going. They're going to have to run the ball.
Yeah, they have to. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If you, here's my thing: is Aaron Rodgers, what is he, 40, 41, 40?
See, yeah, something like that.
He's old. Like he's old. I've watched him, in OTAs. He can sling the ball still, but if you try to get him to do too much, you're either going to get him hurt, or he's going to turn the ball over. Like, you got to understand, he's in his 40s. He cannot run around anymore like he used to.
And what is he, 2 years removed from that Achilles tear in the first play of the game?
So yeah, I mean,
that's right around the corner too. Football. I mean, we're 2 months away from really kind of getting ramped up on all that Hall of Fame game, and I mean we're closing in on it.
We're closing in on college and football, NFL. So I'm excited about that. But that's my take. That's my take on the Steelers. Is they've got to feed off the defense, rely on them to get stops, and offensively run the ball, and get Aaron in the positions to make the plays that he can make. Don't have him sitting back there forever. Like, he hadn't had when was the last time Aaron Rodgers had a deep threat, potentially like DK? It's been a little bit. We gotta give credit where it's due. It's been, so he has a weapon he hadn't had in a while.
Well, he was supposed to have Wilson in New York. Yeah, but that didn't pan out. I don't know what happened, but it just didn't pan out.
No.
So you'd have to go all the way back to Devontae. And Devontae really wasn't a deep threat. No, I think Aaron's best receiving core he had was when he had Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, again, a bunch of number 2 receivers that play really well.
Mm-hmm. So maybe this style is what
What he
is going to work.
needs.
What he needs exactly. So it may work out in their favor. Well, man, let's talk about Game 6 tomorrow, NBA Finals.
It's
Game
over.
6.
It's over.
All right, I'm gonna give you my prediction. I know I'm going off on a limb here, but hey, give me the Pacers tomorrow.
Not even close.
They're not gonna give up. I think they're gonna.
They can not give up, but it's over with.
Come on, man. Give my team a chance.
They lost this series in Game 4.
I agree. They had them on the ropes to go up 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought regardless, Game 5 was an OKC win. Regardless of the
Evan said Siakam got to go for 55 tomorrow.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you something. We've talked about this series for it seems like for weeks, but it's probably been at least a week or so since it started, maybe a week and a half. The person I am surprised most about in this entire series that I could say has let me down is Miles Turner.
Miles Turner.
I don't think we've gotten the best Miles Turner we could have gotten. And then I want to say this. Halliburton, you were a disappointment last game. You can't go 0 for 10.
Is he completely checked out of the superstar?
No. I mean, no. Because I'm gonna say no, and here's my reason why he's not checked out. Because to me, he's not the best scorer on that team. He's a facilitator that can score, and he's okay defensively. He can't guard Shea. We know that. Like, it's just that it's a matchup made in heaven for Shea, right? Yeah. But if Halliburton can't score the ball because he is part of the offense, they're not going to win a game. Yes, he can facilitate all day long, and I think he's a great facilitator. But him going 0 for 10 is not going to cut it. It doesn't matter who they're playing, whether it's OKC or freaking the Brooklyn Nets. It doesn't matter. Your so-called star of the team, your leader of the team, can't go 0 for 10.
I agree.
Give me a layup. Give me something. You
get to the free throw line. If you're not hitting, get to the free throw line and you see the ball going in the basket. That can change everything for you.
Evan said Turner disrespected my parlays. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm betting on anyone with a parlay, it'd be Siakam because it ain't going to be nobody else.
I've got the Thunder by 13. I think it's close after one. I think it's a little gap after at half. I think they come out in the third quarter and kind of push away with it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I think in the fourth quarter they do a mass sub, give their starting five a breather, and bring in the other guys to get some playing time in the NBA final closeout game. I'm not going to. Yo, what's up, Capper? I'm not going to go down this road of thinking things are rigged. I don't like that. I don't like that road.
Mm-hmm.
But I have never in my life ever seen free throws awarded on a jump ball. I've never even heard that. I didn't even know that was a rule. Okay? I mean, let's be honest. I don't think anybody knew that was a rule because it's never happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Again, I'm not going down that road to being rigged and not rigged, and but I've got Thunder by 13, close it out. Pacers lost this series in Game 4. They will not be back to the NBA Finals next year. They will not be back to the Eastern Conference Finals next year. I think this was one heck of a run for them, but I think it's over with. I think the Pacers. This was their Mount Rushmore and our Mount Everest, and they peaked.
I'm not giving up just yet. I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm still saying Pacers in 7 because I want to be that guy if they were to win it. I stuck with them. Now, is it going to be hard? It's hard to win 2 of the last 3. It doesn't matter which finals you're in. It doesn't matter who's playing. In a sense, they're going to have 2 perfect games.
Yep.
2 perfect games to pull this off.
I don't see
TM
it.
Capper, he said, "What? Oh, well, I'm on the last 2 comments on TikTok." Evan said, "What teams you got ahead of them in the East next year, Derek?" And then TNN Capper said, "What's up, y'all? How about them Hogs?"
How about them Hogs? We actually picked the Razorbacks. We actually so it's 5-3 right now. Bottom 9, 2 on, 1 out for LSU. So the pitching is going to have to win this game for the Razorbacks, and that's what we talked about. We talked about the pitching for Arkansas was going to be the determining factor for this World Series run for them. But I love Arkansas. I think their baseball team is phenomenal. We picked the Chanticleers to go on their side of the bracket. We picked Arkansas to make it on this side of the bracket. We're looking good right now. But still a lot of baseball left. I mean, you still, like I said, you got 2.
I want to say this real quick. I was worried about Arkansas when they lost to LSU in the first game. I was a tad worried. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, then the next game. Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
When they went and they played Murray State the other day, shout out to Gage for doing the no-hitter, okay? That hadn't been done since 1960. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Been a long time. So, obviously, he's an amazing pitcher. But I'm going to tell you something, and I'm assuming that Arkansas is going to pull this off. I'm going to assume where they are right now. Again, their pitching's going to have to come down to the clutch. Well, they need 2 more outs, right? Coastal Carolina, if Arkansas goes into this big-headed, they're going to get beat. Coastal Carolina is on a 26-game win streak now. They're good. They're really good, man. They dominated that game today. It wasn't close. It was 10-3, if I'm correct. So with that being said, this series starts the World Series, the final of the World Series starts Saturday. I'm making a prediction right now, and Capper, I'm sorry, but I'm picking Coastal to win the World Series, man. Picking them, but listen, I'm going to respect Arkansas because their pitching is phenomenal. Their bats are phenomenal. Like, they're a great team, but they showed against that loss against LSU that they do have a weakness at times, and that if you let a team stick in it like they did with LSU, if you don't try to put them out semi-early and the bats get going for the other team, it could be a good game. So with that being said, give me Coastal in Game 3. It's going to take 3 games. I think this is a 3-game series no matter what. I think we said that the last show. It's a 3-game series when it can. We picked both these teams to make it. And with that being said, give me Coastal. Shout out to Josh Long. His team is going to – I think they're going to get it done, and I think they're going to beat Arkansas to win the national championship on the men's side.
Be Monday night.
No disrespect to Arkansas, but they've been an underdog. I've watched so many TikToks of this, and no one has picked Coastal to even get. They picked them to lose 2 games, and they were out.
It's 2 on, 2 outs, 5-3.
So yeah, I'm going to make my prediction now. Give me Coastal to win it all in Game 3 and in 3 games. Again, I'm going to give respect to where it's due because Arkansas is a great team, but I like the so-called underdog. I'm an underdog picker, but to me they're not underdogs because they've made it this far. But when you look at this, everyone's going to pick Arkansas, I think.
We know you're an underdog picker, Josh. Dustin. Your team is the Cowboys. So we know.
Yeah, I mean,
Me too. So let's people would if anybody ever comes on here at the right time, they're going to be like, "Holy crap, these dudes hate the Cowboys. Who is their team? The Cowboys are our team, people. That's why we hate them so much because they are our team. Like,
yep.
we're glad that y'all love y'all's team. Congratulations. We hate ours.
Yeah. Well, Capper, man, thanks for hopping in and chatting with us, man. We appreciate you being here big time over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every Wednesday night, man. Every Wednesday night at 8 and every Sunday night at 7. Pop in. You can on TikTok or Facebook, man. You see all of our stuff on there.
Hey, Capper, if you're still here, which I see you are, if you will scan this QR code, man, you can follow us on all of our socials and stuff and keep up with everything we're doing here. It's not just me and Derek here, man. We have a whole slew of shows on our network.
Plethora of shows.
So, just if you'll scan that QR code, it'll take you to the Facebook page and
2-run double in the bottom of the ninth, 5-5 right now. 2-run double. It is 5-5 in the bottom of the ninth with a runner on second, 2 outs.
Holy crap.
What a game! What a game!
Hold on, I gotta pull this up. Now I'm really locked in. Hold on.
Cap said the Packers are my team, but I bet against them sometimes. I don't ever bet when it comes to the Cowboys. Ever.
No. I can't trust him. I can't even trust Jerry to pay anyone because he'd rather pay his cheerleaders.
He paid the cheerleaders though, bro. Like 400% raise. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, what is a 400% raise? I mean, that's insane.
I think they make $1,000 a game. I think they make $1,000 a game.
To cheer?
Let me see.
Dang. I'm not saying cheering is easy, but I am. But wow. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's $500 or approximately $10,000 for a season's worth of games.
And they just got a 400% raise. So what is that up to?
400%.
What's up, Josh? How are you, man? Josh Fraser. What's going on,
What's
man?
up, Josh?
Appreciate you hopping in, man. All right, Derek. So
that would be $2,000 a game.
Dang.
Yeah, shout out to Josh Fraser. What's cracking, bro?
Hey, man, appreciate you hopping in big time. So we talked about
looking forward to meeting with you here in about 20 or 30 minutes, Josh.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate all the likes on TikTok, up to 9K likes on TikTok. Appreciate all that.
Hey, look, while we got Capper in here, Oh,
go ahead. We'll get to Josh. Josh said we're talking Spurs. We're going to talk about that actually here in a second.
Yes,
that's the next topic.
Capper, tell us about your Packers, man. What's y'all's outlook for the season, man? What are you thinking about for them?
What do you and speaking of that, and I'll ask a question to piggyback off that about the Packers. What are your thoughts on them? What are you feeling about the offense this year? Because me and Derek, after the draft, we talked about this is like the most drafting of receivers to get a quarterback help. They went and got the receiver from Texas, and I don't know why I'm
Matthew
forgetting his now. They get Matthew Golden, which we have another a group of people we know that are a guy that was a Packers fans, and he was asking us who they should draft. I said, y'all need to get Golden. And then they turn around and remind me, Derek, didn't they get who's the other receiver they got? They got another receiver. Who did they get? And maybe Capper can tell us. They got another receiver in their draft. I'm just drawing a blank on who they got.
Let me go look here in 1 second.
Matthew Golden, like Josh said, Matthew Golden's a speedster with great hands. He is, man. Like Obviously, being a
Josh,
Texas,
I think this might be your first time in here. We don't pump up anything that comes out of Texas University because Dustin will go on forever about it.
yes, big Texas fan. I love Golden. I thought he was great.
I did too. I thought he was really well. I would have loved to have him in Dallas, but now that we got Pickens, I see why we didn't take the receiver in the first round. So
I wish Texas would have gotten Golden a year earlier.
And here comes Evan with the Longhorn things on the TikTok. I tell you what, man, this place is just getting ridiculous around here. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like shout out to the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies for getting the number 2 running back in the state of Texas, the number 1 running back last year in the state of Texas. Big shout out,
man. I feel like so.
Yes, Williams went to TCU. That's right.
If you don't know nothing about what we do here, it's me and Derek at the Bearded Bros, but we also have 5 other shows under our belt. And it seems like every time I either get a Longhorn or we get a Cowboys, fan. So Evan is Longhorns up, baby. That's all I got to say. Go Horns. Josh said go Horns. Listen, Derek, they keep flocking. They keep flocking, man. You might as well just turn to burnt orange, man, because that's all it's going to be around here down football time. Burnt orange, baby. Let's go. But kudos
what's up, SF Pod 12, man? Appreciate you joining the TikTok. Let's move on from that subject. Appreciate you joining, man.
But while we're waiting on Capper, let's talk Spurs.
I'm still sold on the stand put.
Okay.
But I have changed my mind. Horns of a feather. Oh, Evan, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, hey, Josh, I'm from San Antonio as well. Born. So Derek is loving it. More Horns fans. We're San Antonio.
San Antonio, we're Cowboys, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But I have changed my pick from number 2.
You have a new pick?
I think we go Harper.
Derek, you're killing me, man. I keep changing because you keep selling me, man.
But listen, I'm going to tell you why. Have you been reading the stuff about Ace Bailey?
I've been reading some stuff, yeah.
That's
last couple of days.
We don't need all that drama.
I know.
He's refusing to take workouts with like the number 7th pick in the draft because he says I'm a top 3 pick. I'm not working out for you because I'm a top 3 pick, right?
So he's doing that type of thing.
Yes, he's doing the Shedeur Sanders type thing. And so yeah. I've reworked all this. I've figured this all out. You're going to roll out a lineup of you. We're going to stay put. We are going to stay put at 2 and 14, unless the Sixers come up with a golden package to move up 1 spot to take Harper. You're going to roll out Fox, Castle, Vassell, Shohan, and Wemby. That's going to be your starting 5. Then you're going to bring in Harper, depending on what Chris Paul does. Okay, if Chris Paul stays, he's going to be your 1. If not, you're going to roll in Harper. You're going to leave Fox or Castle. That's going to be your 3-man rotation as your 1 and 2. You're going to bring in Barnes and Johnson as your 3, 4. However you want to do it, because we're not getting rid of either one of them. And then again, we've got to go get some kind of a big, like we've talked about, a Nas Reed. I would love to put a package together for Jaren Jackson and bring Jaren Jackson and bring Shohan off the bench. I don't know what a package for Jaren Jackson would look like, but I really like that rotation. I really like because you always have Castle or Fox on the floor. Again, then that's depending on the Chris Paul. If you can rest Fox and Castle and have Chris Paul leading a rookie, leading a Harrison Barnes, leading a Kelvin Johnson, then you're doing really well.
Yeah, So
Evan said Robert Williams. I would love to get the Time Lord. From matter of fact, a dude that I work with, Robert Williams is his cousin, like distant cousin, some junk. I don't know how, but I think he would be a great rim protector to slide in there with Wemby.
yeah, so I do want to address a comment we had on our TikTok the other day. It was actually yesterday. Someone said that giving up Shohan is kind of crazy. So I want to address that. When we were talking about the other night, like we would give up Shohan, it has nothing to do with necessarily Shohan is what you could get. But I can tell you what, Shohan's a great player. He's a Spurs player, and that's the reason they should keep him. Okay, he is built to be in this organization. Like, if you don't know about the Spurs, they don't care if you're the number 1 pick or the 300th pick. I know that's not a thing, but I'm just throwing that out there. They're looking for players to play their role. They're not looking for someone to come and be a star. Yes, this is Wemby's team. Castle knows that. Chris Paul knows that. Harrison, everyone knows this is Wemby's team. The team is being built around Wemby.
Right.
But they're also finding people to play their roles, to play their spots, to do their job. That's what the Spurs have always done. That will never change. Even though they're getting a younger coach, even though they're going to make some changes, the Spurs way will always be there. And so with that being said, they will not trade for nobody. I don't think they go trade a lick. They should get, after hearing, I was sold on Bailey until I started seeing, I did see that stuff, and I was like, man, like, that's not the Spurs way. We don't act like that. In San Antonio, you don't act like that. You will be gone. A.K. Steven Jackson. He was a prime example. Wasn't getting the playing time he wanted. Guess what they do? He complained. They ship him out. So I'm with you. I think we should get Harper. I think Harper mentally, physically is ball game ready to play next year. He's going to be a rookie. He's going to have up and down. But I think Harper has the chance to be, we're going to go for a 3-peat with Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
I understand Dallas is supposedly getting Cooper Flag. But Dallas has stars. Like, anybody on San Antonio can go off one night. And we don't know when Wemby is actually going to come back. Like, we don't know if he'll be there game 1 or game 30. Like, I'll tell you that too. And hell, ask Kawhi Leonard. He knows it a lot. They will not.
LSU comes back to win 6-5.
No way.
Yep.
Wow. That's something that San Antonio does not do. They do not rush you back. So they will take their time with Wemby. He's going in year 3. So they're not going to rush him back. If he's ready game 1, he'll play. If he's not ready, they'll sit him. They'll do what needs to be done so he's ready, physically clear to play.
Josh, let me ask you this: Who do you take with the number 1 pick? Obviously, it'd be Flag, right? I mean, if you're trading up one spot, you're not trading up one spot to get Harper.
Yes. And Evan on TikTok said Orlando kind of seems to be doing it too.
Oh, Orlando is having a heck of an offseason.
And
yes, is a career ending issue too. Saying people just ask Chris Bosh. Yeah, it is. I mean,
the one thing Wemby has going for him in this type of, if you want to call it an injury, is where the location of it. Chris Bosh was in his leg. His is in his shoulder. So it's not as bad. I mean, look at Dame Lillard. His was in his leg.
Yeah.
But he came back too early. I thought he came
Yeah.
back way too early. It's an issue you have to pay attention to, and this is the best organization. They will take their time with him. If he was not to play next year, I mean, so be it. But they're going to take care of Wemby. They're not going to. Let me say this: they're not going to do with what happened to Kawhi, what happened to Wemby. They've made that mistake.
Man,
They're not going to do it again.
So that's exactly what I thought you were going to say, Josh. I thought you'd move up for flag. I don't think there's a team in the NBA that is a Cooper flag away from an NBA title. I know that's a hot take, and don't get me wrong, Cooper flag is so good. But look how loaded Duke was. And they had flag. And they couldn't get to the championship. They couldn't get there, right? Like if Cooper Flag is supposed to be that, is he all of a sudden going to become all NBA in 5 months? He's just not. I think he's going to have a great career. I think he'll maybe eventually get him a ring, but I don't think Dallas is a Cooper Flag away from a title. I don't see it.
Now, Flag, is he NBA ready? Of course he is. But is he stardom NBA ready? No. Here's my question.
What's he going to play, the 4? He's going to play the 4?
He's going to have to play the 4 because, I mean, he ain't going to play over it. He ain't playing the 5, that's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he could play 3, right?
I mean,
AD could play the 4. Okay, so put him at the 3. Let's match him up across the NBA at the 3. Is he beating LeBron?
No.
Is he beating Jason Tatum?
No.
Is he beating Kawhi Leonard?
No, Kawhi would lock him up.
That he's not beating. Just off the top of my head. Pablo Banchero, I think he plays a 3 sometimes. Not all the time, but I think he slides in there. I think Pablo's a superstar.
Oh,
I think they're building around him. I've loved with the Desmond Bane edition. I love that edition. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about Tatum year 1. Yeah, I agree. Tatum's out. So let's put Jaylen Brown. Is Flag better than Jaylen Brown? No, not in my opinion. I'm big on Jaylen Brown because the guy plays defense. I'm big on the defensive side of the ball because you don't see it.
Evan said is the Pacers one flag as Pacers said Pacers could be a flag away. I don't know.
The Pacers could have 6 Michael Jordans and still lose because the refs are for Oklahoma City. I mean, we're gonna call it spade a spade, right? I mean, let's just be honest. Again, I'm going back to the same thing. A foul on a jump ball, never seen it before. Didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, but the in my Spurs thing, stay put, draft Harper at 2, and I think at 14, take a young big man. I'm telling you, I love the kid from Duke. When I see him, I see Spurs. I see a Spurs player. He would be a rim protector. He can shoot free throws. Like he's not a flashy offensive player, but that's the thing. Like you're going to get you can get another bucket getter in Harper at 2. If I can't think of his name, man. I can't pronounce it. Maybe I can't remember his name. That big kid from Duke.
Molnich.
Mm-hmm.
Kahan Molnich. Yeah.
Yeah. If you draft him, here's what I'm saying is don't look for offense. You have the offense. You have Wemby. You have Fox. You have Castle. You have Barnes. You have Vassell. You've got Keldon Johnson. Like those are 6 scores right there, whether it's first or second or rotational. Like
right.
You have to think their biggest need is a big man. Get you a young one. Get you one that can come in and get you rebounds next year. That can be a rim protector. That can put up some points if needed. That's not scared to go to the basket when he's down low and try to score, but also can shoot free throws. Like You need, and if it ain't him, find another player in the draft that fits the mold of a Spur, and you draft him. Don't send him to Austin. You keep him here and let him play in the big man rotation. You have to. We need a big man to play next year. We don't need someone to send to Austin next year. We need a big man to play. And if you don't draft a big man, you've got to find one in free agency. That is a big need for San Antonio because when Wemby does come back, he's not going to play a ton of minutes. Like, he's not going to play the minutes he used to play, and they're going to slowly bring him back in. Carter Bryant. I mean, I think it could be anyone. But here's the thing: is this is what I love about San Antonio. We found out about their GM when they went and got Fox for a penny. Essentially, I mean, you got him for nothing. If go find someone that you know can come in. Like, honestly, I'm good if they keep Bismack Biyombo. I'm good with that. I thought he came in and played well enough to earn him a potential, maybe a 1-year deal next year, and still go find another big man. Maybe find a third big man, maybe a stretch, somebody to contribute next year. Because you cannot just rely on Wemby, because what's going to end up happening if you have nobody else, you stick with what you have, you're going to eventually get him injured because he's already going to be coming off that deep bone thrombosis. You can't do that. You've got to get a couple big men to throw into the mix.
Hey, so what if? Hear me out. What if we doubled up in the NBA draft with big men? You take Harper, and I love this, but I'm going to put this. You take Harper at 2. At 14, you get the center out of Maryland. Remember that freshman out of Maryland?
Oh, yeah, that's another option.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Just as your as your 5, and then in the second round, I would love Johnny Brome out of Auburn. Remember the big kid from Auburn that was up for national play? He's projected to be a second-round pick. Yes, the Carter Bryant, 6'7". I mean, he is phenomenal. I mean, he really. I watched film on him the last week because I've been seeing that. But now you've got a roadblock there at your 3 position. You've got Barnes, you've got Johnson, you've got LaSalle. Now you've got another guy that you took in the first round that's 4th on the depth chart. Like, where's his playing time going to come in? I know.
Don't forget, they have Ingram from North Carolina last year too.
Yes.
And he played for the
I mean, are you going small ball and throwing LaSalle at your 4 and somebody at your 3? I mean, you shall have 3 choices to go to your 3.
And I'll tell you something else. I want to do. I'm going to look this up real quick because the Austin Spurs, they have. Let me go find it. What is that? That's the G League, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to pull up something here. Let me find it. Here we go. Oh, it won't let me do it that way. Okay. Sorry. You can keep talking, Derek. I'm going to find
No,
this
you're good. That's just, I mean, dude, if we got the Derek Queen from Maryland, he averaged 16 and a half a game, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.5 blocks.
So here's who they have. This is another player people keep sleeping on that is really good for San Antonio, but he didn't play for him. They got David Duke Jr., who plays a 3 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Harrison Ingram. Dude, we have Jameer Nelson Jr. I bet nobody knew that.
I didn't know that.
He plays for – he got drafted by them. He was on, I think, Memphis, and then they picked him up last year. They do have Charles Bassey. I'm not really sold on him. Like, I think he could work his way into the rotation, but it all depends on who they have. Who else? And that's really the people I know. So, like, there's some people from the Austin Spurs I expect to move up to make their way into not necessarily the rotation, but to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But David Duke Jr. is a great player. Like I said, you have Ingram from North Carolina last year, who I love that they drafted. He was great at North Carolina. He's a big, three man. He can shoot the 3 well. He plays some defense, kind of like Carter Bryant in a way. Evan even says that CB3 always makes big better, so he can help that second unit.
Yeah, he's a perfect second unit player at this point in his career.
Yeah. So I think the biggest, if I'm San Antonio, whether it's first, second round, just get a big man.
Yeah.
Find us a big man to be in the rotation. And if you decide you want to go get somebody in free agency, by all means, go for it. I got a player that I want to throw at you. Now, I'm not sure if this would happen, but I want to get your thoughts on it because this team is going nowhere. He's at the end of his career. I think he could contribute. I don't know. I mean, he could start for San Antonio. I think we can get him for cheaper. What about Brook Lopez? If he decided to leave Memphis, would you, if you're San Antonio, would you give him a 1-year deal if it were to take place? Or would you trade for Brook Lopez, give him a pick or something to get cheap, a cheap trade? Would he be someone you could bring in just to kind of have that big man rotation? Or if Wemby can't play in the beginning, you can play Brook Lopez there.
He's a good stretch 5. I mean, if we're going to be honest, he's developed that 3-point shot. I'd throw him a 1-year deal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's another big man.
I like it, but this is what needs to happen. The Spurs need to sit down and they need to say, okay, are we going all out in free agency to go get a big man? Like, are we offering Naz Reid 3 years, $36 million, something like that? Like, are we going to go get a Naz Reid? Are we going to go trade for a Robert Williams? If not, you have to address it in the draft.
Agreed.
You have to address. You need at least 2 bigs in this draft. I don't care if you have to trade up from 14 to come up and get one. If you have to trade back into the second round to figure something out and come away with 2. Now, if you're going to go get you a big, take Frazier. I'm sorry. Take Bryant. Like Frazier said. With that 14,
Josh, he can play for the Spurs.
Yeah. We want some tickets, though, bro.
Yeah.
And then get Braum in the second round if you're going to go out and go get you one. But don't come away from this draft with a guard and 3 forwards. 3 guards, and then don't do anything in the offseason because you don't know what Wemby's going to be like.
Yeah. Exactly. He said, I'm down.
So, with that kind of wrapping up the Spurs side of it, are you sticking with the Chanticleers for your national championship now that it's LSU?
Oh, for sure.
I'm going Chanticleers in 2. I think it's over Saturday night.
You're taking a 2-0 sweep?
Sweeping it, baby. 2-0 sweep for the Chanticleers.
I'm telling you, man, Coastal's good, man. They're good. I've been watching them, dude. They're so good.
They are. I cannot believe Arkansas's pitching blew it up like they did.
Especially, okay, what is this? Okay. You're a band, dude. I do love the Pacers, though. So I picked the Pacers. I'm saying the Pacers fan. Band. Yeah, I'm going Coastal. Listen, but I can't disrespect LSU. I'm still going to say 3. And let me tell you why I say 3. Because I think there's going to be, and honestly, I think it's going to be the first game. I think the first game, maybe a tad big. Maybe it gets to them. But I'm telling you, Coastal Carolina for the championship, and Josh Long, our friend, I know he's excited about it. I'm sure
I almost want to. I don't know if he's watching, but I almost want to. If it goes 3, I know we have a guest Sunday, but if it goes 3, maybe have him pop in. I'll reach out to him. Now I don't think it's going to go 3. I think it's over Saturday, but if it goes Sunday. Like I said, I know we have a guest to start off with, but after that, I might see if he wants to pop in and talk about those. Shots fired.
Regardless, even if they win Saturday, and hit him up and see if he wants to come in and talk about that. I know he's got to be excited about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So awesome things. So Derek, let's talk about what we have coming up. We have a big stuff coming up soon,
dude. We've got so much stuff coming up. Actually, real quick, it's going to be over Sunday night because it starts Saturday.
Perfect timing.
It'd be perfect timing. So Sunday night we have a former NFL player coming on, from Longview, from right up the road from me and you. He played for the Washington Redskins. He played for a little bit for the Seattle Seahawks. And his last gig was in the CFL, which is still awesome. I mean, you know what I mean? The following Sunday, we have a college coach coming on, Hampton University. And I actually just got a email from a ex-NFL running back, Derek Blaylock, who played for the Kansas City Chiefs back in the day.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes. He just messaged me back literally while we were on the stream, and said that he would be down to come on. So we've got that working for us. Already got a guest set up for July, a local gymnast who is at the University of Michigan now. So we have our first gymnast.
Mm-hmm.
Will be our first gymnast, a big one. I mean, University of Michigan, that's pretty daggum big.
Yeah.
Also working, like I said a while ago, the number 2 running back in the state of Texas, the number 40 recruit in the nation for 2026. Just committed to A&M. I'm speaking with his dad right now. We're trying to set up a time. He's got a couple camps coming up, so trying to set up a time for that. Man, it's exciting, dude. I love reaching out. And I've said this before. I throw out. I sent you a picture of it that one day. I had like 15 things go out. Nobody responded. None. But then the past week, I've had 5 or 6 people like, yeah. Let's set it up. Let's figure out a date. And it's so rewarding when it finally hits. Like when it finally hits, it's just so cool. And I mean, we're talking to people that I never thought I would talk to in my life, like ex-NFL players, gymnasts, football people for D1. Shout out to David for coming on tonight, man. It's so cool.
Yeah.
CJ Baxter is medically cleared, by the way. Yes, I know. A&M's backfield the next 2 years is going to be unbelievable. Reuben Owens is coming back. You're talking about for Texas, but Reuben Owens is coming back for Texas or A&M. We got the number 1 running back in the state of Texas last year, in DeAndre Ridden, who was on the show, which was super freaking cool. He's a freshman down there now. So a lot of big things coming for A&M, but for Tired Sports, man, we've got a lot going on. We have something kind of pretty cool tonight when we get off the show to check and see if the network is growing again, maybe. Kind of a different route for us. Yeah, I mean that's all I got on my end, man. Got a lot of cool things coming up. Just gonna keep plugging away.
Awesome. Well, guys, as always, I'm probably important to Derek's wrong way, but
Yeah,
I'm important to
Mine's
mine.
this way.
Mine's this way. So please, as always, scan the QR code here. Please follow the Bearded Bros on all socials, and as well the Tired Sports Network as a whole. The QR code is there. Scan it. Follow us on everything, all of our streaming and listening platforms. Appreciate everything tonight. Appreciate everyone coming in and commenting. Appreciate David again for coming on and giving us some of his time and telling us his journey and where he's at, and looking forward to his future.
Nick, appreciate Nick, Evan, Josh, everybody on TikTok.
Yeah, we have 11K likes on TikTok, so appreciate all the love on TikTok. And then don't forget the one and only Mr. Williams' schedule from On Time Sports will be live tomorrow.
Yes, Mr. Eddie.
As always.
Probably last solo show.
Probably last solo show. It seems Casey is enjoying his honeymoon.
Kind of.
Well,
Except for one country didn't do it for him.
Yeah, he was disappointed. He almost got kicked out. I feel like knowing him, he
Could
almost.
you imagine getting kicked out of a country? Like not just a place, but a country.
Yeah, for real. So Casey will probably be back next week, I would assume.
Yeah. He comes home Friday.
Yeah, that's right. So please be here tomorrow to support William and his last solo show at 7 p.m.
Yep.
And then, of course, the one and only Bearded Bros Golf session Friday. And we are doing something. Listen.
I already told my wife she's picking it up tomorrow. I said, I don't care what I said, just get me 3 random pieces. I said, don't give me nothing crazy. Like, don't give me no tuna fish flavored Reese's peanut butter cups. I don't want nothing crazy like that. But just give me 3 random pieces of candy.
Evan, this is for you. I know you're going to be here. I know you're always here, but Friday you want to be here. So, in case if anybody wants to do it, I know you're not going to be live, or if you want to hop in with us, you're more than welcome to. And that's you included, Evan. On Friday, I had so much fun, not just golfing Friday, but doing the whole starting off with our top 5 cartoon shows, movies of all time, and etc. I'm sure that will get brought up. We always find a way to talk about movies and shows.
Yeah.
It seems like every Friday, but this Friday we are going to be trying live 3 snacks that we've never tried, don't know what they taste like, and we're going to rate them all. So if you want to do it with us, pick you up some random snacks you've never had and join us. You don't have to play the golf. You can just hop in and hang out with us if you want. Evan said #talking snack. I did not steal this from y'all, Evan. I'm gonna tell you what I did. So
we can call it the Snack Shack.
Snack Shack. Yeah, pick some up, Evan. And if you want to hop in with us and try some snacks with us, man.
Let me ask you this. I know we're trying to wrap this up because we've got something to do. But if you had one snack for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Can I just name the snack in general?
Yeah. What would it be for you?
Oh, it's some kind of chips. Some kind of chips of something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting a honey bun with a slap of butter on the top of it and putting it in the microwave. I mean, 12 to 15 seconds. That butter reactivates that caramelization, dude. You have no idea. You cannot live until you do that.
Josh said Oreos.
Josh said Oreos, yeah.
I mean,
hey, have you ever tried, Josh, have you tried the Oreo cake in the coffee mug?
Mm-mm.
Oh, shout out to, I don't remember who I saw this on, but you get your coffee mug, get 4 or 5 Oreos, put some milk in the coffee mug, and you mix up the you crush the Oreos and you mix them up in there and you make it like a batter. You put it in the microwave for like 2 to 3 minutes and it literally cooks in the coffee mug, and it's an Oreo flavored cake in like 3 minutes.
Evan said picking one is so hard. You know how I am about snacks. Well,
yo, what's up off the top show? Appreciate you joining.
Yeah, appreciate you joining on TikTok. So yeah, if you want to do that with us Friday, we'll be here. So Friday we should be live around 8 p.m. Eastern. I mean, not Eastern, Central.
There you go, trying to confuse Sean again.
It doesn't matter. You already know Sean's gonna be. He's gonna pop in too early, pop in right on time. He ain't gonna ready up. He's
not gonna ready up. Bluebell cookies and crush it with Oreos and Tom Hershey's chocolate syrup. Okay, so I will tell you this. I'm not a Hershey's chocolate syrup. I am a Nesquik all the way through. For my chocolate milk, for my ice cream, it is straight Nesquik. And don't give me that powder crap. I want the syrup. We got 2 bottles of it in the refrigerator, baby. We stay stocked on that.
So we will see what everyone brings Friday. I'm excited about that.
I am too. That's awesome, dude. I wouldn't even mind doing that weekly.
I mean, I'm not against it either. I try not to snack, but your boy is a snacker.
I'm a snacker too, dude. I love snacking.
So, well, of course, we appreciate everyone being here.
Yeah,
Dustin, Derek from the
absolutely.
Bearded Bros. And also, do not forget, we will be back Sunday night, me and Derek from the Bearded Bros at 7 p.m. And then our recognized game will be live late Sunday, early Monday morning, depending on where you're from. So they're usually live between 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Central. So be here to watch those guys. Him and Evan kept me up. I'm not going to lie. I watched their whole show Sunday.
I watched his first thing Monday morning.
I watched the entire thing live, and I had a blast. And then the Mac Truck Show podcast will be here Monday, I think, as well, and Tuesday. I think she couldn't do yesterday. I know she had a bunch going on this week, but she's usually a Monday and Tuesday show. And then, of course, the Crew Talk Sports on Monday at between 7 and 8 East, or I keep saying Eastern, Central. And then, of course, on Tuesday, our Sorry in Advanced podcast out of Philly will be here at 7. So that's kind of what we have going on. Again, we appreciate everyone being here. And we will see everybody be here tomorrow for William from On Time Sports. And we will see y'all Friday. Everyone have a good night.
All right, buddy.